DeepSeek, Gemini 2, or Mr. Large, which free AI model is the best? I've tested all three in 10 different challenges, from article quality to AI detection, and the results were not what I was expecting. Stick around to see which one came out on top, and this is Vlad from Worst Scale. Welcome. So we have a huge test today. We're going to be testing article quality, LSI keyword generation, ability of these three LLMs to recommend accurate low competition long-tail keywords. We'll be looking at how robust the search features are and the outlines. We'll be creating topical maps. We'll test ideation, also testing these three LLMs against my huge sequence prompt. Finally, we'll be looking at AI detection and niche generation. So a lot of things in store. And one of the reasons I decided to create this video is these three LLMs are on the rise. So I'm talking about DeepSeek, Mistral, which is powered by Mistral Large, and I'm talking about Gemini 2 Flash Experimental, which is currently part of the Google AI Studio. So not only are these LLMs on the rise, they're very capable and they're 100% free. So you don't have to pay anything for using these three LLMs. And one of them can actually substitute expensive AI writers. And by the end of this video, you will know which one. So let's start with testing each of the LLMs one by one. First one is article quality. I want to prompt each of these LLMs, and when possible, I'll be including the search feature here. So use Markdown, bolded words, lists and tables. 2. Write me a well-researched and detailed article about does Agility Writer pass AI detection that directly addresses the search intent. And I could have come up with something fancier, but I just want to check the default settings, so to speak. So I've turned on the search feature, and in Google AI Studio, this is grounding. This is what it does. Understand AI content detection, Agility Writer's anti-AI detection features, best practices, performance metrics. This is nice. Limitations and considerations and conclusions, and a few sources and citations. So what I'll do, let me just check if this was in Markdown formatting. Yes, it was. Let me just create three separate documents. So this one would be DeepSeek. Okay, next up is Mistral, Introduction, Understanding AI Detection, Agility Writer and AI Detection, Advanced AI Detection Features, Effectiveness, Tips, Conclusion. Okay, pretty even. We've gotten a bunch of different sources that Mistral used. So far, so good. So this one will be Mistral. Let's finally take a look at Gemini 2. Does Agility Writer pass AI detection? Understand Agility Writer, the challenges of AI detection, Agility Writer and AI detection, key findings, strategies to improve the human factor. I like that. Okay. And now what we need to do is go to ChatGPT. I'll be choosing the L1 Advanced Reasoning Model. This is a prompt. You are tasked with evaluating the quality of an article based on specific criteria. You'll be given three articles and the keywords associated with them. Your goal is to analyze the article thoroughly and provide scores and explanations for each criterion. First, read the attached articles. The main keyword is does Agility Writer pass AI detection? Now evaluate the article based on the blah blah blah. After evaluating all criteria, provide an overall assessment of each of the article's quality and a final score from 0 to 10. So let's attach. Okay, so I cannot use the attachments. Let me try this in Sonnet with exactly the same prompt. This is DeepSeek. This is Mistral. Overall assessment. Gemini 7.5, DeepSeek 6.5, and Mistral 7.8. This is surprising. Okay. All three articles have their strength, but Mistral appears to be most effective overall at addressing the core question while maintaining reader engagement and providing valuable information. Nice. And again, this is not my subjective assessment. This is Claude 3.5 Sonnet. Let's note this down. So this is 6.5. This is 7.8, if I'm not mistaken. And this will be 7.5. Okay, for the next challenge, I need to open up Neural Writer. And we'll be testing the ability of these LLMs to accurately suggest NLP keywords and entities. So what I'll do, this is a content editor for the keyword does Agility Writer pass AI detection. So the default score is 0. And then we'll be using a very simple prompt. Let me start a new chat. And the prompt is search for 100 highly semantically relevant LSI keywords and 50 entities for the keyword does Agility Writer pass AI detection. Since we need actual information and up-to-date information, I'm actually going for search. And I'll do the same with Mistral. Web search activated. And finally, let me make sure that the grounding is on. Okay, so what I'll do now, and this may not be the best way of doing that, but I'll just straight up copy all these keywords as is. minus some subheadings, I guess, so I don't need this. And yeah, and wow, this is quite terrible. So we've only gotten as high as 10, which basically means that DeepThink missed on a lot of keywords, outside keywords and entities. So 10, let me try Mistral. So the score to beat is 10. And now the score is 13. So not much higher, but still. Finally, Gemini. And here the score is 21. Let me just check something real quick. So what if I just return the title and the description? Yeah, it goes back to 43, which is quite high. So Gemini was a lot better than the other two. Next one is going to be a fun little experiment. So let me first show you the prompt. Find me 25 low competition long tail keywords for a keto niche that people would search on Google. And this is an experiment with a twist. And just for formatting purposes, I'll put each keyword on its own line. No numbers or special characters. Okay. Let's do the same here, and the twist is that we're going to be validating the output. So let me use the free Hoth tool, and here I'm interested in keyword volume checker because it's powered by SEMrush, and it just so happens that the limit here is 25 keywords at a time. So what I'm interested in is that how many of these keywords actually exist, have volume. So this is DeepSeek, and wow. So actually, let's count the really low competition keywords, like this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, around 4 are low competition ones. So I'm not sure how to judge that just yet. Let me just say 23 valid keywords and 4 of them were low competition. Okay, I hope you're having as much fun as I am. Mistral. Okay, so I'm not seeing any non-existent keywords, so each and every of these suggestions. Oh no, that's actually 25 keywords per limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. So 4 of the keywords did not exist. So let's just say 21. Let's look at the low competition. This is arbitrary. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let me just write down 10, but this is, so Mistral gave a lot more low competition keywords than DeepSeek. Okay, this is fun. Let's check Gemini. Oh, okay, so with Gemini we're missing quite a lot of keywords, so it's easier to count the ones that have metrics. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 0, 8, 9, 10. So we only got 10 valid keywords. What about low competition? And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Around 7 of those were actually low competition, so a good ratio, but not as good as Mistral. Wow, that is surprising, to say the least, but fun little experiment. And you can repeat this experiment easily for those of you playing at home. Okay, next up, I want to see how well each of the LLMs researches the topic, so write me a detailed report on what is currently happening with AI and YouTube automation segments, reference specific channels, tools, and techniques used. And since I know this topic somewhat well, I will be judging this myself, as opposed to asking Claude. Okay, let's read through DeepSeek. The YouTube automation segment has undergone significant transformation in 2025, driven by advancements in AI technologies, AI-powered content creation. AI tools have revolutionized the way YouTube content is produced. And it's talking about ZebraCat, Synthesia, Descript, automated script writing, ChatGPT, and 11 Labs and Merv, visual and audio automation, Runway, Pictory, and ZebraCat once again, TubeBuddy, scheduling tools, notable channels. Okay, so pretty good, a pretty good report. Lots of citations. Let's look at Mistral, current trends, content creation optimization, automation tools and platforms, applications, specific tools in video, Illuminate. So just by the looks of it, this is a lot less detailed, still contains some valuable information. So before I pass my judgment, let's take a look at Gemini. What is YouTube automation, current trends, script writing, video generation, voiceovers, faceless channels, channels, monetization, niche specialization, scalability, specific channels, AI2, Synthesia, Lumen, Video, other tools. Okay, so it looks like Gemini followed the prompt the best and has given what I feel is the most up-to-date information. So again, guys, this is going to be subjective, but I would say DeepSeek is 7 out of 10. Mistral would be 5 out of 10. And I believe Gemini is either 9 out of 10 or 10 out of 10. Let's just say 9 out of 10. Okay, good. Now it's going to be a similar thought experiment. We're going to be asking for the outlines, and they say nice little prompts that I like. Generate an outline for an article about does the GLC writer pass AI detection. The article should be logical, helpful, clear, and thorough. Without generating the outline just yet, think about the primary search intent and blah, blah, blah. I like this prompt. And if you want a better output, so this is a tip, you should end your prompts with think this through step by step. This way, the output is much better. And again, I'm not going to be using any LLM because I've written so much on this very topic. I just know. DeepSeek is extremely fast, actually. The primary search intent for someone Google is someone Googling does the GLC writer pass AI detection is likely to determine whether a GLC writer as an AI writing tool can produce content that bypasses AI detection. Outline, introduction, briefly introduce the GLC writer, explain the growing concern around AI, state the purpose. Why GLC writer? How do AI detection tools work? Can GLC writer pass AI detection? Tips to improve chances. Conclusion. Actually, I like this outline a lot. Resources. Next, likely intent and helpful links. So it even produced suggestions for additional content like top 5 AI writing tools, 10 tips for mastering AI writing tools, a free detection tool like ZeroGPT or copy leaks. Okay. Or Mistral. The primary search intent for someone looking for an article like this would be to understand whether GLC Writer a tool or software can bypass AI detection. Introduction, how GLC Writer works, understanding AI detection, case studies and tests, ethical considerations, conclusion and recommendations. Slightly inferior because I don't think that people who want to know whether GLC Writer bypass AI detection, they care about ethical considerations, to be quite honest, but I like the case studies and tests. Let's see if this was part of this outline. It has tips to improve, analysis of GLC Writer ability, evidence from tests. So yeah. Now, Gemini. Introduction, understanding AI detection, methodology of tests, test results, factors affecting AI detection, alternatives, and conclusion. I'm actually torn between this and DeepSeek and Mistral once again, although a pretty good outline because the prompt is good, just not as robust. So let me score this 8 out of 10. This would be 7 out of 10. That was not a bad outline. And I'm actually tempted to say 10 out of 10 for Gemini. I like the outline. Next experiment is going to be fun as well. Plays into the whole let the AI create my topical map thingy. Now let me prepare everything first. So the prompt is actually pretty long. For me, at least, I don't like extremely long prompts, you know that. Come up with 10 semantically relevant categories to gain topical authority for the twin flames niche. So this is a niche that I explored a while ago. For each of the 10 categories, suggest a comprehensive style structure, where each category contains one main pillar post and multiple tier 1 and tier 2 posts. Save everything as 3-column table, main topic tier 1, tier 2, use keyword-rich titles. So let's just fire up this one. On this one, Gemini. DeepSeek is extremely fast. So main topic, twin flame basics. What is a twin flame? And the tier 2 topics will be twin flame versus soulmate, science you've met your twin flame stages, twin flame separation, why it happens, and the tier 2 would be how to deal during twin flame separation, and science your twin flame separation is ending. Twin flame signs, okay, twin flame challenges, twin flame healing, twin flame communication, twin flame spiritual growth, twin flame union, twin flame tools even, twin flame myths, twin flame community, twin flame and life balance. Okay, overall, pretty good. Mistral is still working, although I think its output is way longer. So let me just double check. So here, for every category, I would get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pillar posts, and then 2 corresponding posts. Here it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, or 10, which is what I wanted. What are twin flames? Science you've met your twin flame, to understanding, relationships, challenges, healing, spiritual practices, personal personal growth, love and romance, community and support, and it keeps going. Ascension, and this is one of the insights that I got. I like Mistral for longer outputs, and we'll be able to test that with my ideation prompt. Twin Flame Myths, so a pretty similar topical map to DeepSeek, but a much longer output. Okay, what about wow? So this was the shortest one. So this was surprising. I feel like the actual pillar posts and categories were on par. They were very similar between these three LLMs, but I would have to give Gemini 5 out of 10 just for the low word count, and Mistral would be 9 out of 10, and DeepSeek would be 7 out of 10. Okay, now ideation. And I'll tell you right now that this prompt is going to be challenging for most LLMs. So it goes like this. Come up with 300 unique AI startup ideas, brief description, pain point, how an MVP could look like. And 300 is an enormous number, especially given that I want these supporting materials to complement each and every idea. So let's fire it up here, and here, and we'll just see how many ideas we end up with. And that's going to be very challenging for Gemini, which seems to be outputting the least amount of text, and we'll just see which number this caps out at. Now let's see, AI-powered symptom checker, mental health chatbot, AI for drug discovery, personalized nutrition planner, just keeps going, AI for medical tourism, AI for medical data visualization. Let's look at Mistral. Mistral is around 27. Gemini decided to take a shortcut, so it actually described 10, and then categories, which is cheating. So unfortunately, this is a fail for Gemini. Let's just say this is 2 out of 10 or even 1 out of 10. Okay, Mistral is around 50, 37. Okay, so it's interesting. So let's just note this down. It stopped at 37. Let's just click continue. But I will make this note that it did stop at 37. Whereas Mistral just keeps going and going. Smart home energy conservation, AI virtual career mentor, AI-powered customer feedback management, personalized fitness and nutrition plans, AI virtual travel planner. Yeah, and it was able to output another 13, and then it just kept out. So kept out at 37 and finally at 50. And Mistral just keeps going, guys. I haven't restarted this even not once, and I actually kind of knew this was going to happen because I tested Mistral with this prompt before, and I actually got to 300 in one go. This is amazing. If you want to create huge lists or you want to use Mistral for long-form video, this is your go-to LLM. Oh my god, are we stopping? No, it just kept going. But let me pause the video because it's gonna take a while. Let's see what we end up with. So I'm unpausing my video to tell you that we are at 218, and this has not stopped even once. And as you can see, for those of you wondering about the context window, it keeps referencing AI, so at least it knows that it should be brainstorming AI business ideas. So this is going to be our final countdown. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 300. So once again, this is crazy. It kept referencing AI, like the last one, Adrian Fitness Nutrition Plans, and it did not stop once, not even once. So you just scroll this all the way back to idea number 1, and I'm not sure if it can output 500 ideas and 1,000 ideas, but it did well with 300. This is just crazy. This is the first perfect score, 10 out of 10. Now, with this test, you probably know what's going to happen next. Next, we're testing out, I don't need search here. We're going to test my massive sequence prompt. So we're not testing how factual this is right now. We are just testing the overall word count. So we've got our 10 questions with DeepSeek. Now the step number 2 would be article number 1. And so on and so forth. And you probably already know that Mistral is a very good candidate to win this test, just because it did with the previous one, with 300 ideas, but still. DeepSeek still going strong around halfway mark. So this is article number 6. We're exactly halfway through. And Gemini did stop at article. Actually, it finished everything, but the output, let me just get rid of the initial questions first. So, oh wow, I was not, let me double check. I was not expecting this. Oh my god, this is actually This is amazing that this never happened. So Gemini gave us a 5,000 word article, 5,012 words to be exact, all in one go. I was not expecting this at all. Wow. Okay. What about DeepSeek? And DeepSeek went all the way to question number 7. So the rules of the game say that we need to stop it here. And it kept out at 3,100 words, 3,124. Not a very long output for this prompt. And now I'm actually excited for Mistral. And it keeps going. And by the looks of it, the articles are humongous. So can we hit 10,000 with this one? Looks like we are done. And oh my god, so that never happened. So we kept out at question number 7, exactly in the same place as DeepSeek. Okay, well, we have our rules. What about the word counts? And oh my god, I was not expecting this at all. So 4,600 words, minus the special characters, but who counts? 4,644. My god, I was not ready for this. Gemini won this. Wow. Now to the AI detection. And we're going to measure AI detection with 0GPT, and the prompt is going to be extremely simple. And here I'm tempted to use DeepThink. So the prompt is use Markdown formatting, simple English and Flash Kincaid first grade reading level to write a 1,500 words article about CanDocs Italian. This is for the old timers of the channel. Okay. Oh, this is a very short output. Should I rerun it without a DeepThink? Let me just test this. Yeah, this is much better. So we'll start with Mistral, I guess. This is Mistral, going straight to 0GPT. And not bad at all. So 24% AI, 2411 for Mistral, 2411. Let's try this with DeepSeek, minus the concluding thoughts. So the score to beat is 24, and this is 1722, an even better result. Okay, now I actually don't know what to expect from Gemini now. Text, I don't think it's in Markdown. No, it's not. You just get rid of the system prompt. Okay, 2746. So they all did well, but a clear winner was DeepSeek. So this has been a very long experiment, and this is a final chapter, so to speak. Let's test my niche finding prompt. You're tasked with suggesting 10 low competition blogging sub-niches within a given broad niche. The broad niche you'll be working with is AI SEO. For this task, consider the following definitions: low competition, good volume, not saturated. And since I'm in this niche, I once again will be judging this by myself. And let me activate the search because I want the niches to be as up to date as possible. Let's click on the rounding here. And again, this is going to be subjective, but we'll see. Here are 10 low competition blogging sub-niches within the broad niche of AI SEO, AI-powered local SEO strategies, AI for e-commerce, AI-driven content gap analysis, AI for multilingual SEO, AI-generated schema, AI for voice search optimization, SEO from nonprofits, emerging markets, AI for visual search optimization, AI for SEO audits and reporting. Okay. Mistral, AI-driven keyword research techniques, generative AI for content creation, AI tools for SEO automation, voice search, local SEO, predictive SEO, AI for video, EAT and AI, AI-powered content personalization, emerging AI trends. So I feel like this is more generic than this. What about Gemini? AI for local SEO, AI-powered SEO for e-commerce, specific industries, small businesses, content creation, future of prediction and trends, audits and analysis, keyword research and strategy, multilingual. This one is tough. I actually didn't get the results that I wanted from this test, but I would say DeepThink is 6 out of 10. Mistral was 5 out of 10, because none of them really did it for me, so I was not surprised by any of the suggestions. And let's just give a slight edge to Gemini. Now what I'll do, I'll quickly normalize the scores to be 1 to 10, and we'll count to determine the winner. So the results are in, but let's just recap the pros and cons of each of the LLMs. So as far as article quality, Mistral and Gemini were pretty even Steven, and even DeepSeek was not very far behind. For the SEO, I would say keywords, Gemini was a clear winner. For the low competition keywords, I was very surprised by Mistral that was able to generate the highest number of low competition keywords validated by SEMrush. Search is by far Gemini 2.0. Outlines are better with Gemini 2.0 again, but it's pretty even between Mistral and DeepSeek. For topical maps, Mistral gave the most robust and detailed topical map. Ideation, Mistral clear winner, was able to generate 300 ideas. The sequence prompt, that was one of the biggest surprises of this experiment. Gemini actually took a lead with 5,000 plus words, with Mistral generated 4,000 and DeepSeek 3. For AI detection, I was surprised by DeepSeek that showed the lowest AI score, highest human score. And for the niches, I wasn't actually fond of the experiment. Maybe I need to fine-tune the prompt. Maybe it's the topic that I chose. But still, Gemini showed a better selection of sub-niches. So all in all, DeepSeek is a sore loser, so to speak. It's gotten 59.5. A winner with 71.8 is actually Mistral. So once again, it's great at ideation, topical maps, keywords, article quality was the highest. So I'm very surprised actually. And Gemini is a very close second. So it's great for research. It was great with sequence prompts, and so it's great for research. LSI keywords, outlines, article quality was good. It did okay with the niches. So yeah, I'm really surprised by this experiment. All the prompts used, some new ones, some old ones, are going to be in my free ChatGPT library down below. Hope this was helpful, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.